This meditation will provide a space to honor your grief, whatever its source. Find a comfortable position, either seated or lying down. You may close your eyes if that feels right for you. Take a deep, slow breath in, and as you breathe out, feel your body sinking into the surface you are resting on. And again, breathing slowly in, and as you breathe out, releasing all tension from your body. One last deep breath in, and as you breathe out, allowing your body to relax. Continue breathing slowly and calmly, noticing the gentle rise and fall of your belly and chest as you breathe in and out. Without doing anything to change it, notice that your breath has a rhythm to it and how calming and relaxing that is. There is nothing else you need to do here. Simply relax and keep your heart and mind open to your healing journey. If at any point you feel overwhelmed, you can always return to the anchor of your breath. Grief is a universal human experience that touches all of our lives in different ways, and it can result from many different types of losses. You may be grieving the death of a loved one, the loss of a relationship, the loss of a pet, a job, your health, or a dream for the future. The sense of grief can also arise from smaller losses, a move, a transition, or letting go of a way of life. It can come from any event that changes life plans, both negative and positive. Loss of what is familiar, loss of the old way of living. Any sort of change can be associated with feelings of loss. Perhaps you are dealing with a change that is reasonably positive, and your grief is relatively simple to deal with. Maybe you are coping with a significant loss and are going through a challenging grief process. Or maybe you have experienced a huge loss that has profoundly changed your life and are having difficulty dealing with grief. Grief is the natural process of adjusting to change and loss in our lives. It is a sign of the love and attachment we feel. Whatever your situation, your loss is important and your grief is real. Continuing with the slow, calm breaths. Feeling relaxed and supported by the surface beneath you. Your legs are relaxed. Your hips are relaxed. Your back is relaxed. Your belly is relaxed. Your chest is relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your arms are relaxed. Your neck is relaxed. Your jaw is relaxed. Your mouth is relaxed. Your tongue is relaxed. Your cheeks are relaxed. Your nose is relaxed. Your ears are relaxed. Your eyes are relaxed. Your forehead is relaxed. Your scalp is relaxed. Your whole body is relaxed. Feel the sense of relaxation wash over you from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Now that you're feeling more relaxed, let's focus on dealing with grief. Dealing with grief is very tiring. You may have been feeling tired, stressed, and burnt out lately, and this may be caused by the grief process. It is normal to be short-tempered and have problems with memory and concentration. These symptoms of dealing with grief can be troubling, but they are normal and they will go away. You will gradually get back to feeling like yourself. Right now, you are healing. The process of dealing with grief is similar to the process of recovering from a physical injury. When a physical injury occurs, the body needs time to heal and recover. Dealing with grief is no different. The mind needs time to recover and heal. You need the time to cope and deal with grief. Be kind to yourself and give yourself this needed time. Sometimes people who are dealing with grief feel like they are going crazy. You are not going crazy. What you're going through is normal and natural. There are several common stages in the grieving process, and it is normal to experience these stages, many of them more than once and in no particular order. You may experience numbness, where you do not feel very much at all. This doesn't mean that you're insensitive or that you don't care. It's the mind's way of protecting you from feeling overwhelmed, and a normal way of processing a traumatic experience such as loss. Numbness and shock are a normal reaction to loss. Another stage you may experience is denial. You may not want to accept the reality of the loss or any feelings that are associated with it. Denial helps us to pace the feelings of grief. But only once we can accept reality can we move forward with the healing process. You may also find that you are angry, frustrated, upset. It is okay to be angry when you lose something that is important to you. Angry toward the person or thing that you lost. Angry at the world, at doctors, at God, at the causes of your loss. You may even feel angry toward others who have not been through what you have. Anger expresses the pain of loss, and it is normal. Not all of the anger is rational, and that is because you are grieving. People who are dealing with grief do not always think rationally. Your thinking will become more clear as you cope with grief. The passage of time will help to decrease the irrational thoughts and the extreme anger. You will probably go through a stage of questioning. As part of the process of dealing with grief, you may seek answers as to why the loss happened and try to make sense of what has occurred. You may find yourself bargaining, trying to make deals with others, with yourself, or with God, to try to make things go back to the way they were before the loss happened. There may be thoughts such as, "I will do anything if you take away the pain." You may even feel guilt. Questioning and bargaining are normal and belong to the stages of dealing with grief, and they represent our attempts to negotiate the reality we face. Another stage in dealing with grief is a stage of depression, where you may feel lonely, empty, and intensely sad. This is a time of low energy and feeling slowed down. During this time, it is hard to focus and concentrate. You may experience memory problems, sometimes feel confused, distracted, have difficulty sleeping, like you are not yourself. You may withdraw from daily activities and things you once enjoyed. It's normal and okay to feel this way when grieving, and it is a necessary step toward healing. While you're getting through this pain, remember that it will gradually decrease as you heal, even though it may feel like the sadness will go on and on. You will not feel this way forever. There is also a stage of testing where you try find solutions that offer a way to deal with the loss. Acceptance is the final stage of the grieving process. It doesn't mean that we feel okay about the loss, just that we realize that the loss is our new reality and that things have changed. It is understandable that sometimes it is hard to accept a situation or a painful experience, but this can just add to our suffering. Easing our suffering means letting go of what should have been and to fully accept your reality as it is, including your external situation and your feelings and thoughts. During the acceptance stage, we begin to recreate a new life in the aftermath of the loss. Life is different, maybe not better, maybe not worse, just different. Acceptance is making peace with what we cannot change. It's about understanding that while life will not be as it was before, it will go on. There is no right or wrong way to grieve. It is normal to proceed through the stages of grief in a non-linear order. For example, you may experience acceptance and then return again to anger. It's okay to be wherever you are at. You have the right to grieve and to take your time doing so. You can get through this. You will feel better and you will make a new life, even if it may be different than the life you had planned. But you cannot always plan for losses. It's okay to experience a variety of emotions. It is okay to be angry. It is okay to be sad. And you still do care, even if you feel relieved in some ways. It is okay to feel guilty. It is okay to feel impatient, to get upset at things that seem small and insignificant. You're going through a hard time, and a confusing mix of feelings is completely normal. This is the human experience of grief. You are coping, you are dealing with grief, and you will come out the other side stronger. You did not deserve this loss. It is not your fault. You are dealing with a situation that is challenging, difficult, perhaps devastating, and you cannot be expected to be over this immediately. There may not be any reason why things happen this way. Many of the things that happen in life do not make sense. You can grow and become stronger as a result of these challenges, even though there is no good explanation as to why you had to go through such difficult times. Even after you have dealt with the grief, it is completely normal that you will have times where you feel like you are right back where you started. Everyone has their own way of going through the process of dealing with grief. You do not need to grieve in a particular way. Do whatever is right for you. You can cry or not. Be more busy or less busy. Grieve in your own way. Allow yourself the time you need to grieve. Continuing to breathe in a calm and relaxed way. Now, if you want to, you can take a moment just to be with any feelings you may have, whether it's sadness, anger, regret, or fear. Accept that you are grieving and don't try and push the feelings away. Place one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. Breathe deeply into the grief, creating space to hold all of your feelings with compassion. Say to yourself, "This grief is a sign of my love." I will feel it fully with an open heart. Offer yourself compassion and gentleness. Say to yourself, "May I be kind and patient with myself on this journey." Bring your awareness back to your breathing. Breathing slowly in and out, in and out. Slowly breathing, relaxing. Create a picture in your mind, visualizing a peaceful place where you have no worries. You may picture a comfortable room, quiet, peaceful. Create a detailed image of this room in your mind. So comfortable, complete serenity. Imagine that the room is warm and has a comfortable and cozy place to sit or lie down where you can relax. Imagine sitting or laying down, maybe on a pile of soft pillows. Releasing all your worries with a sigh. In this room, you have no cares, no worries, no problems. Nothing to worry about or think about at all. This is a place where you can completely relax. You can take a break here, even just for a few moments, to get away from all of the stress and tension. You can return to this room in your imagination whenever things get difficult and you just need a rest. You can picture this room in your mind. Though you need time in solitude to come to terms with the loss of what you've experienced, it is also important to accept support from others. If you need to, reach out to someone who can offer you support, whether it's a trusted friend, a therapist, or a support group. It's okay to ask for what you need. Remember that acceptance of reality is the most important step to healing. also remember that grief is a natural human experience with no defined timeline. By creating space to fully feel and honor our grief with self-compassion, we can continue healing at our own pace. Take a moment to thank yourself for allowing yourself to feel and honor your grief. Take one final deep and nourishing breath in and release, feeling a sense of openness and compassion. When you are ready, you may gently open your eyes and see things a little differently to how you did before, a little better. You will get through this and everything will be okay.